So I'm just responding to a client thing, and I feel like it's going to resonate with a lot of you. So habits can't be forced. And yes, you can habit stack to make things easier, but wouldn't it be easier to facilitate it by setting up the environment for it and the cues for it? So you need to audit your environment to make the habits easier. And the other thing is, you can't really get sticking points along a journey if you don't even know what the journey is. So you need to get really clear with where you are right now and what it is you want the future self to look like. So why when I lose focus on my goals? Well, you first need to get really clear on what it is that you want to achieve and how you want to feel. And if you aren't, like, goals are shit, it's visions. And if you aren't clear on the action steps that you need to take to get to said goal, you're not really getting distracted from anything because you don't even know what you're supposed to be doing and you don't even have them in your schedule. You can't get distracted from stuff that isn't scheduled. So that's something that's super important. And change is uncomfortable. You either have change, you can either get the change that you want or have control, because you can never have control over something that isn't already something you have control over. And you have to be okay with that and just control what you can't control, which is your response to the whatever it is. Because when you say you want positivity, self-love, and acceptance, what does that look like? What does it actually look like in your body? What does self-confidence and self-awareness look like if you visualize it? What does it look like? How do you act? What do you do? What makes you confident? What can you do to ensure that? What are you not doing right now that you need to start doing? And what are you currently doing that you need to stop doing? What does a healthy relationship with food look like to you? And how is it now? What do you need to do to get there? What are the action steps you need to take? And if you go back on, like I've mentioned a million times inside my inner circle as well, around episodes 95 to 100, when the ones that are titled Mini Mighty and something else, Mini Mighty episodes, I go on about that a lot. So I highly recommend going back to 95 and actually putting in the work and writing notes on them if you're struggling, because reading books, reading quotes and all that shit means nothing if you're not going to put them into action steps and relate them to you and how you can benefit from particular things and then make your own twist on them. Because when I listen to podcasts and when I look at things, what I do, I write notes, but then I don't just leave them there. I expand on it and how I relate to it. And I bring my backstory into it, how it hits me from the past and how I can use it to serve my future. What does confidence look like to me? What am I struggling with right now? And get really clear on what it is that I'm struggling with. Don't just leave it there because it's uncomfortable to sit with. What am I doing that's holding me back? They're really powerful questions to sit on.